What if everything you know about history is incomplete? What if human civilization doesn't collapse randomly but is reset on a schedule? Again and again, knowledge disappears, empires fall, climate shifts violently, and survivors rebuild without knowing why it happened. Ancient religions describe it, modern science detects it, but no one connects the full picture except for the few elites who formed a breakaway civilization. Our civilization has been reset multiple times, and with each reset, vast amounts of technology, knowledge, and literacy are lost. History shows this pattern again and again. The last two major resets are known as the Little Ice Ages. They coincide with grand solar minimums, increased cosmic radiation, and major disruptions in weather patterns, ocean currents, monsoons, jet streams, and the entire climate system. So what causes this? In my research, I call these resets cyclical geophysical events. In the Bible, the first great catastrophe is the Great Flood, which I connect to the 5.9 kilo-year event. Then comes the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. I link this to the 4.2 kilo-year event when the Akkadian Empire collapsed, the old Egyptian kingdom declined, and the Indus Valley civilization perished. Later comes the time of Moses and the Exodus. The disasters described during that period aligned with the Bronze Age collapse, climate disruption, and the Stern-Trusha geomagnetic excursion. Modern science called these climate disruptions Bond events. They appear to occur roughly every 1000 to 1500 years. They are cyclical, and they consistently involve climate shifts, changing ocean currents, grand solar minimums, and increased cosmic radiation. So what drives them? In my opinion, it involves the precession of the equinoxes, which is the slow wobble of Earth's rotation axis that takes about 26,000 years to complete, and the apsidal precession, the slow rotation of Earth's elliptical orbit with changes when perihelion, Earth's closest point to the Sun, occurs relative to the seasons. This affects how solar energy is distributed across the planet. Scientists say these processes are slow and unfold over thousands of years, but the evidence from the Bond events shows something different. Climate systems can reorganize in decades to centuries and not millennia. For example, the 5.9 kilo-year event that helped transform the Sahara into a desert happened abruptly. The most severe phase lasted only about 100 to 300 years. So why does this happen? Scenario 1. Orbital and rotational stress may affect Earth's geodynamo, that's the system that generates the magnetic field. Precession does not only change what we see in the sky, it also subtly alters Earth's rotational stability, stress at the core mantle boundary, and the exchange of angular momentum between the mantle and the core. The geodynamo is extremely sensitive. Small changes in heat flow, rotation, or core convection can push it into an unstable state known as a geomagnetic excursion. Then when the magnetic field weakens, more cosmic radiation enters Earth's atmosphere that can influence climate, ecosystems, and atmospheric circulation, including monsoons and jet streams. These pressures build slowly, but when a tipping point is reached, the Earth system reorganizes rapidly. Sometimes within decades, civilizations collapse during these abrupt transitions. These are the events we call Bond events. Scenario 2. Precession may trigger geomagnetic excursions indirectly through climate change. When precession aligns with apsidal cycles, seasonal contrasts become extreme. Some regions experience hotter summers and colder winters. These extremes destabilize large ice sheets, which causes sudden meltwater flows into the oceans. When massive amounts of water redistribute across the planet, Earth's mass balance changes. This slightly alters the planet's moment of inertia and even the length of the day. Those rotational changes can disturb the delicate interaction between Earth's core and mantle. Because the magnetic field is generated by motion in the core, this disturbance can trigger a geomagnetic excursion. This links ice loss, rotational change, and magnetic instability, a powerful mechanism for civilizational resets. If this orbital forcing occurs during a grand solar minimum, the effects can intensify. Solar activity drops, and Earth receives less shielding from cosmic radiation. If the magnetic field is also weak due to the geomagnetic excursion, then even more radiation enters the atmosphere. The combined result is asymmetric solar heating, increased radiation exposure, and major disruption of atmospheric circulation. Then environmental stress accelerates. Interestingly, many geomagnetic excursions occur near strong precessional extremes and rapid deglaciations. Those are the periods when ice sheets melt quickly and Earth's mass distribution shifts. Orbital alignment, solar variability, radiation, and rapid climate change may therefore work together to trigger abrupt planetary transitions rather than slow, gradual change. I'm planning to make a documentary-style video about this topic, possibly in 2 or 3 parts, where I lay out the full evidence. You can support this work by subscribing to my Patreon or donating through Buy Me a Coffee. This topic is not widely accepted in the mainstream, so every bit of support helps. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. In the documentary, I will connect the religions, the UAP phenomenon, and the cyclical geophysical event, and I will show you how everything fits together.